Alright guys, here I'm back and this is my WWE Raw review for the 10th of the 10th of the 6th, 2014. I thought this last episode of Raw was a boring show. I thought this last episode of Raw was a really boring show. I didn't really care about anything on this show. I did like the end of Raw. The Wyatt and the Shield and Cena match was a really good match. Bad News Barrett versus Sheamus was a good match. Apart from that, the rest of the show just really dragged on for me, and I felt it was a really boring show. So it opened up Raw this week with the Authority coming out, Triple H and Stephanie. Stephanie says that she's going to make a blockbuster decision. Then Triple H says that at Money in the Bank we're going to have a new WWE World Champion. Also, he says that Randy Orton's qualified for the Money in the Bank to qualify to get the WWE World Title. Then Stephanie strips Daniel Bryan of the WWE World Title because his doctor says that he cannot compete this month and he will compete soon and stuff. So Stephanie's going to strip him of the title. I think that they're only doing this. I think Daniel Bryan will get the WWE World Title back soon. I think they'll do something like CM Punk did in 2011, like when he left in 2011, 8 days later he still was the number one contender in that. So I think they're gonna have whoever wins the WWE World Championship to face off against Daniel Bryan at some time. So I'm hoping that Cesaro does win the WWE World Title at Money in the Bank, so then he can feud with Daniel Bryan then. Then we get to the first match tonight, which was a Money in the Bank qualifying match. It was Bad News Barrett versus Sheamus. This was a real good match here. Sheamus misses a dive off the top rope. Then Bad News Barrett tries to go for he goes for the Winds of Change. Then Sheamus kicks out. Then Sheamus gets beat up and stuff. Then Sheamus goes for the broke it for the win, and Sheamus advances. I was hoping that Bad News Barrett should have gone over, because Bad News Barrett, I wanted Bad News Barrett to go over. I thought he was going to go over. I mean, he's been getting some great wins on pay-per-views. The fans have been really getting into his character. The whole "I'm afraid I've got some bad news." I mean, the fans were really getting into that, and Sheamus went over. I mean, I'm hoping. I have been saying this for weeks and weeks and weeks now, but I'm hoping that Sheamus turns heel. He is so boring. But yeah, I thought the Sheamus and Bad News Barrett match was a good match. Then we get to a segment backstage. Bray Wyatt cuts a promo on the Shield. Then we get to the second match tonight, which was Rusev versus Zack Ryder. Typical Rusev match here. Rusev wins with the camel clutch. When is this guy actually going to get a proper feud? I'm tired of him facing jobbers at this point. Can we get Rusev in a proper feud in the mid-card? I'm tired of this, man. I'm sick of him facing the same jobs every week, like Zack Ryder and Xavier Woods. Can we get Rusev a proper feud? Because I mean, it's okay that he's gonna face jobbers, but I'm kind of getting tired of him facing jobbers every single week. I mean, can we get him a feud? Because I mean, it's gonna get very old very soon. Him facing jobbers every week, it's gonna get very old. Then we get to the third match tonight, which was Goldust and R-Truth versus Ryback. So this was an okay match. Curtis Axel, Goldust hits a spine buster on Ryback. Then Curtis Axel gets rolls up Goldust for the win. So yeah, I thought it was an okay match. Goldust keeps trying out new tag team partners every single week. So yeah, I hope that Cody Rhodes and Ghost do feud. I hope Cody Rhodes and Ghost do feud at SummerSlam, because I don't know where they're going with these two. Are they gonna have these guys start feuding now, or are they gonna just hold it back until after Money in the Bank? But please WWE, find out what you're gonna do with these guys. Stop teasing Goldust and Cody Rhodes feud, and then holding it back. Please, I want to really know what you guys are doing. Please let us have the Goldust and Cody Rhodes feud. That could be really good for Cody Rhodes. That could elevate Cody Rhodes up to the main event scene if he gets a big win at a Big 4 pay-per-view like a SummerSlam, because he is younger than Goldust, and that could elevate him to the main event scene. Then we get to the fourth match tonight, which was Damien Sandow and Fandango versus the Usos. What was Damien Sandow dressed as? Oh yeah, I did forget a segment here. Oh yeah, also before we get to those matches, we got a segment from. Then we get a segment backstage. Layla is getting her makeup. She's putting her makeup on. Then Summer Rae comes up and throws milk on her and powder and stuff. So it kind of looks like at Money in the Bank we're probably gonna have Layla versus Summer Rae. This is probably gonna be your pre-show match, and the winner of that probably gets Fandango. So yeah. Then we get to a segment. What did I write here? Oh, then we get to a segment. 3MP get beat up by the Shield. Then Ambrose says that the Shield was the greatest. The Shield are the greatest faction in WWE history. Then Roman Reigns said he's gonna beat up. Roman Reigns says that he wants to beat up Seth Rollins, and Ambrose said he wants to beat up Rollins. Then we get to the fourth match tonight, which was Damien Sandow and Fandango versus the Usos. What was Damien Sandow dressed as this week? He was dressed as a gymnast, or a it was dressed as a ballet, as a ballerina. What the fuck has gone on with Damien Sandow? Why? Last week he was dressed up as a basketball player. This week he's dressed up as a ballerina. Why? Why have you buried Damien Sandow so much? Do you know who I blame for this? John Cena, because John Cena is the reason why Damien Sandow is wearing a freaking why Damien Sandow is a ballerina right now, because of John Cena. Because if John Cena put him over last October, Damien Sandow would not be in this situation. I blame this on John Cena for burying Damien Sandow this far down. He's I think 10 feet under at this point. There is no coming back from Mr. Damien Sandow. He is a talented wrestler with great mic skills and a great in-ring wrestler. He is a great wrestler with great mic work. This guy could go far in the next 5 to 10 years, and WWE are not doing anything with this guy, and it pisses me off. The Usos win with a super kick and a splash. That was about it. The match was okay, but Damien Sandow was a talented wrestler, a talented in-ring worker, and you're not using this guy to his full potential. Like, please, WWE Christian, please start pushing these guys. You cannot keep relying on guys like John Cena, Triple H, and Randy Orton, and Batista, and Sheamus, and all these other guys. Please push your mid-card guys. Then we get to the fifth match tonight, which was Bo Dallas versus Xavier Woods. I didn't care about this one. I didn't care about this match too much. Bo Dallas wins with the Bulldog for the win. Then Bo tells Daniel Bryan to get better. He says to Bo leave. The sixth match tonight was Cesaro versus RVD. This was a real good match here. RVD hits an uppercut on RVD. Then RVD goes for goes for the Roll Thunder. Then Cesaro hits the neutralizer for the win and advances into the Money in the Bank match. So yeah, Cesaro goes over. I thought that was a good match. Then we get to a segment. Michael Cole interviews Seth Rollins. He says that Reigns was the golden boy of the Shield. He says that Ambrose was the crazy one of the Shield. Then he says that the Shield was nothing without him. He says that he was part of the Shield for 2 years, and the Shield was, nothing without him. So it kind of looks like at Money in the Bank we're probably gonna have Seth Rollins versus Reigns and Ambrose. Or we're probably gonna have a tag team match between John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Ambrose versus Triple H, Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton, something like that at Money in the Bank probably. Then we get to the seventh match tonight, which was Paige versus Alicia Fox. Paige wins by the sharpshooter. I didn't care about this match too much. This was another match I didn't care about. I mean, Paige is a great wrestler. She's a great women's wrestler, but she has no character, so I don't really care about her too much anymore. So there you go. Then we get to the 8th match of the night, which was Swagger vs Santino. Swagger wins with a gut wrench. It was an alright match, I guess. Then we get to the 9th match of the night, which was a 6-man tag match. It was John Cena and the Shield, versus the Wyatt family. Really good match here. John Cena gets beaten for most of the match. Then he tags in Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns hits a Superman punch on Bray Wyatt. Then Bray Wyatt gets back in the ring. He hits John Cena with his sister Abigail. Then Dean Ambrose hits a suicide dive on Eric Rowan. Then Roman Reigns and Luke Harper, the legal men in the ring. Luke Harper hits a super kick on Roman Reigns. Then Roman Reigns hits a spear on Luke Harper for the win and wins the match. After the match, Seth Rollins and Triple H are watching backstage. Then John Cena raises the hand of Ambrose and Reigns, and that's how we ended Raw this week. I thought Raw was a bad show. We had the RVD and Cesaro match, the Cesaro and RVD match was a real good match. The Bad News Barrett versus Sheamus versus Bad News Barrett was a real good match. I enjoyed it. It was an awesome match. The main event between the Wyatts and Shields and Cena was a real good match too. So that was my WWE Raw review for the 10th of the 6th, 2014. What do you guys think of this show? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching, guys. Brag out.